This is Robert Harper with Virginia Farm Bureau's Grain Division, bringing you the Merchandiser Minute for Friday, April the 12th, 2019, where we've seen another week with the funds in a record short position in Chicago for corn futures and with very large short positions for soybeans and wheat. We got a lot of economic indicators from the federal government this week concerning the U.S. economy, and most all of them look very, very good, and that has really helped support the major stock indexes this week and affected the money flow. We also saw this week more cases of African swine fever being diagnosed in China, and we're really seeing the effects of that now, with lots of numbers saying as much as 30% of the soybean demand in China has gone because of the hogs that have been culled. And this week in the export sales report, we saw China make its single largest weekly purchase of U.S. pork in history. That is a big deal, and it really is showing how important and real this epidemic is in the hog herd in China. Blizzards in the northern plains have crippled many grain handling facilities and ethanol plants and really been disruptive to our ranchers and the cattlemen that are there who are trying to calve. Keep your eye on that next week, because that's going to be tying into preventive plant acres and how we are going forward this year in 2019. We did see this week the U.S. and China communicating via teleconference on trade issues, and we've seen some tentative agreements where they can match up on enforcement mechanisms on a potential trade deal. That's positive, and we hope they are making progress. We did also see President Trump this week threaten the European Union with tariffs due to how they have subsidized Airbus in recent years. The Congress is still held up, and there's no clear plan on ratifying the USMCA that was passed last year, and that is getting some ill will, I think, between us and our North American partners. We got word from the Weather Service this week that it looks like El Nino might be back this coming summer. That means warm Pacific Ocean. That means rain in the Corn Belt. So it gets the probability for you all growing the 7th largest crop in a row at a little bit higher odds. We did get the 2017 USDA Census of Agriculture this week. Please go to their website and look at that. It's a lot of amazing data in that report. And we also saw this week the April crop report from USDA, which was seen as neutral for price. South American production numbers came in as expected. Ending stocks were raised slightly for corn. They were lowered slightly for soybeans. But again, that report was neutral for price. Our next big USDA report will be June 29th, the actual planted acre report. Export loadings this week were as expected. Export sales this week were very poor across the board, and it's very discouraging that we're not getting more export sales with prices this low. The strong U.S. dollar is definitely hurting us. So next week, keep your eye on South American and North American weather, anything with African swine fever in China or trade news, and look at those big carries in the corn board and give us a call if we can help you. This is Robert at Farm Bureau's Grain Division.